Hello and welcome to Just a Guy with your social educator, your LLB, your loony left bully. Ho ho ho! And no, I'm not talking about the Borderzar Kamala Harris. That's right, it's me, Mike D, Mike Duckerberg, here to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. I appreciate everybody that's watching me today, joining me today. Merry Christmas to you all. We're doing one of my favorite things. We're going to go over numbers. I love doing this, guys. This is social education at its finest. Okay. So what we do, for those of you that have joined me for the first time or maybe don't understand, I pick a bunch of numbers that are important to what's going on right now. And we'll go through, I'll give you the number and I'll explain its importance to y'all. Okay. So that's what we do. We did this throughout the campaign, when President Trump was running against the Borderzar, and we highlighted a bunch of numbers for you guys. We're here to do that again one more time. I like to come back to this. This is one of my favorite things to do, to get that social education out there for you all. Grow that army of social educators, okay? So the first number we have here, guys, is 2.5 million. Why is this number important? Okay? So the Biden administration, they quietly put through a controversial new program over the course of the past years aimed at providing LGBTQ plus 17 WQLN, whatever they guys are, education to students. Okay. So this gives lessons on gender, sexual orientation, and it does it without parental consent. Okay. So they're just doing this without letting you guys know. So they're giving your kids lessons in sexual orientation and gender identity. And this is being funded by the APM Joe Borderzar administration. All right. So here's some of the details of the grant. It allows students to participate in a paid 10-week intervention. Okay. It's designed to help the LGBTQ community, those identifying kids of that nature, to cope with effects of minority stress. Okay. So if you're part of the LGBTQ community, they're saying that you're a minority and that you are dealing with something called minority stress. Okay. Don't know if you realize this there, Biden and everybody, but everybody's a minority in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be by race, by sex, LGBTQ. Maybe you're one of those people that like one of these clubs that's not very popular and you got made fun of, right? Maybe you do things that are just different from other people that a lot of people don't do, okay? Everybody is a minority of some shape or form, okay? But now you have to learn how to cope with this minority stress, all right? $2.5 million from the National Institute of Health, or the NIH, is funding this program. All right. So what the NIH is saying is this, and I'm going to quote them, all right, because I don't like to do anything except for speaking facts. So according to the NIH, it says it's a bias-based victimization, part of which commonly known as minority stress, has been cited as a participating factor in the substantial behavioral health disparities among the LGBTQ adolescents. Okay. So they're saying that this minority stress, which is a bias-based victimization, is a participating factor in some of their behavioral health discrepancies. All right. So again, this is just the loony left, the socialist, communist, Marxist party, taking the blame off the kids for anything they do and placing the blame on you guys. This is your fault, you evil, evil people. Right? That's what this is. So anything that these kids do, say, act out, well, it's minority stress. Okay? So again, this is nothing new. They victimize everybody. Everybody is a victim. Woe is me. It's never your fault. It's what I like to call Obamaing. For those of you that are new, It's a term that I've been using for a decade now. Obamaing is when you take your failures and you blame somebody else for them. Because when Obama was in office, it didn't matter what he did. It was always Bush's fault. The dude could trip up the stairs and it would be Bush's fault because he's the one that put the stairs there in the first damn place. All right. So that's what I call Obamaing. This is what the loony left is great at. So we wouldn't expect anything different from NIH in this instance to take the victimization of the LGBTQ community kids and say it's because people are biased against you. All right? So it's not your fault. Now, some of these session examples that they gave, they give them to these kids, and these are programs that include coming out, disclosure, and decision making. Also, social justice, power, and oppression, all while addressing the minority stresses. Okay? So, again, these are your kids, without your consent, mind you, are going to these programs where they're discussing coming out, they're discussing disclosure, they're discussing decision making, talking about social justice. You know, I guess like Antifa and BLM style, you know, maybe we should just burn down a couple of cities, right? That's social justice for the loony left. Power and oppression. So they're learning all these concepts to, again, indoctrinate these kids that they are the victims. That's what this is all about. This is a complete indoctrination of $2.5 million that APM Joe and the board of Kamala Harris tasked the NIH to do. To go ahead and indoctrinate your kids without your consent. All right? So that's the first number there. Next number we're going to get is a little bit bigger. It's $6.83 billion. Now, who's this for? It's a great question. That's the answer. U.S. is the WHO or WHO's largest single donor. Right? The U.S. is home to over 8,000 career bureaucrats, which is about 16% of the WHO's budget. So the World Health Organization. We contribute about 16% of their entire budget. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of countries that are involved in WHO, and I have a feeling that 16% probably isn't a fair share, according to the number of countries that are in there. So, what's President Trump doing? He's planning to announce, at least from insider talks, on January 20th, Inauguration Day, a withdrawal from who? The WHO. Now, I'm going to mess this up, guys. I'm terrible with names. I apologize. And I always spell the names afterwards. Ashish Jha. Okay. It's Ashish. That's his first name. His last name is Jha. Jha. Whatever you pronounce it, right? This is Biden's former White House coronavirus responder coordinator. And he's also now the dean of Brown University's School of Public Health. And I quote from him, from Mr. Jha. There are lots of people who are going to be part of the inner circle of the administration who do not trust WHO and want to symbolically show on day one that they are out. And he's right. He's absolutely right. How do we know this? Because right now, House conservatives are urging the House Foreign Affairs Committee to take up two different bills that would defund and withdraw from the World Health Organization. By doing this, that would put us in-house and save us $6.83 billion. Right there, right away. Without even Doge stepping in. That's just $6.83 billion back into America. And if you think that's a concern, WHO was one of the leading pushers of the coronavirus and all these stupid treatments of masks and the vaccine and all that other crap and isolation and everything else. And then they come back out here and just the past few months said, you know what? Oops. Sorry. You know, that led to a lot of depression and a lot of heart diseases and a lot of other social anxieties and things like that. We're sorry we pushed you so damn hard, but thank you for your $6.83 billion. We appreciate that. So why are we going to continue to fund an organization that messes up on that level? President Trump, the House Republicans that are pushing for this, I say they're absolutely right. Get us out of who. We can take care of it here in America. We've got the technology. We've got the scientists. We've got the doctors. We've got enough intelligent people here to make our own damn decisions. We don't need the rest of the world telling us what to do. If we needed the rest of the world telling us what to do, we wouldn't be contributing 16% of their entire budget. We're not the world's piggy bank, as President Trump says, right? Let's go to the next one. Getting a little bit bigger. $100+ billion. What's this? That's that original 1,547-page bill that the Democrats tried to sneak through until President Trump, Elon Musk, and Vivek Ramaswamy all said to shut it down. Right? That's the amount of pork barrel, the amount of wasteful spending that was in that bill, over $100 billion of your hard-earned money, of my hard-earned money, of everybody's hard-earned money, just give it away for stupid crap that does no good. This is exactly why we need the Department of Government Efficiency. And this is the first huge win for the Department of Government Efficiency, with Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk both stepping up, urging the Republicans to shut it down. And not only that, it went from 1,547 pages down to 118. And Vivek Ramaswamy said he was able to do it in 75 words. You want to talk about government efficiency? The man, Vivek Ramaswamy, was able to get it down to 75 words. So we got it down to 118 pages. So imagine what the Department of Government Efficiency is going to do once it gets amped up and it does a little bit better. But this is the first huge win right there, right? Got rid of $100 billion of wasteful spending. Boom, just like that. Right? Part of that bill that was in there, members of Congress would be getting their first pay raise since 2009. Yeah, that sounds bad. Haven't had a pay raise in almost 20 years. Well, you know what? You guys make $174,000 a year, plus all the insider benefits you get. All the insider trading you do. All the knowledge you have. All the backdoor deals you guys do. How is it that you make $174,000 and walk out with millions and millions and millions of dollars? Then do that on your salary. So excuse me there, Mr. Congressman and Congresswoman. I don't give a damn if you don't get a raise. I really don't. That money belongs to the people. You guys are already doing some backdoor shady stuff to make more money any damn way. Let us keep ours. And if any congressmen vote for it, vote him out. I love my congressman. Love him. He's a great guy. But if he votes for a raise, I'm voting him out. Right? Another thing that was in there, provisions that allow the lawmakers, the congressmen, to opt out of Obamacare and use federal employees' health benefits program instead. This goes all the way back, but if this Obamacare was so damn good, why isn't Congress held to it? No, they're going to keep their federal employees' health benefits program, which is much better. Costs us more money to get them that health care. But yet we're stuck with Obamacare. That's not good enough for them, but it's good enough for you. You second-class citizens. You peons, you serfs. You think you're special? You're not. The people that are special are sitting in the Congress right now that don't have to play by your rules. If it was such a good program, they would be participating in it. That needs to go. What else? Part of that $100 billion that they were going to spend our money on? pay for juvenile delinquents to get their driver's license. Makes sense. Break the law. You serve some time. How are you rewarded? Get you a driver's license. I mean, I understand that, it's going to be rough on them when they get out, no doubt. But I don't need to be paid for your driver's license, man. Go get a job, save a couple dollars, and go get it yourself. I'm sure that's hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars or whatever it's going to cost to fund for all that. All right? They wanted to spend $3 million to inspect molasses. $3 million to test the inspection of molasses. I don't know. We really need $3 million to test the inspection of molasses? Seems like a lot of money. That's gone. And the one that I'm glad is gone, that they tried to sneak through in that first 1,500 plus pork barrel money stealing bill, was the Global Engagement Center. They wanted to fund that for another year. Now that's the State Department's office that dictates all the censorship that's going on throughout social media and everything else. That would have got funding for one more year. And of course that's important to the loony left. Of course that's important to the Social Democrat Marxist Party. Why? Because that's how they were able to win in 2020. And if you don't think they did it in 2024, ask any conservative that has numbers of viewers, listeners, especially if you were on platforms like Facebook, you were still getting throttled by 85% of your hits, of your views and everything else. So it's still going on. That Global Engagement Center would have been funded for one more year with that bill. So thank you, Doge. Thank you, Elon. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you, President Trump, for saving us that $100 billion worth of crap they were going to spend their money on. Now, once you actually write the actual bill for 2025, I'm really hoping to see it come way down. We'll see. We'll see what they can do. But this is a step in the first direction, all right? There's still a lot they need to build on. There's still a lot they need to do. But you know what? At least it's headed in the right direction. We got two more numbers, guys. The next number starts out at 100 billion and goes to 250 billion. So these numbers just keep getting bigger, right? Now what this is the amount of total money taken in by the Paris Accord. See, they already got to the $100 billion mark back in 2022. They were 2 years behind. They wanted $100 billion from the 43 civilized, industrialized nations by 2020. They didn't get it till 2022. So that means there's 43 developed countries, 43 industrialized countries that are giving $100 billion into the Paris Accord. By 2030, they want to go up to 250 billion. Now, if you ask the COP29, which is the when they all get together and discuss all this climate change hoax bullcrap, right? That's when they run all the numbers. That 250 billion was very demoralizing to them. They think they should be getting 1.3 trillion by 2030. So they actually wanted to multiply it by over 4. So the Paris Accord people think that you should be giving them $1.3 trillion to save the planet. Okay, there's a lot we can go into. I am a huge climate change hoax guy. When you're talking money like that, this is what's pushing the hoax, people. $100 billion right now. $250 billion by 2030. And if they can get it to work out, they're going to try to bump it up to 1.3 trillion if they can get more countries to buy into it. And you see why President Trump wants to pull out? There's only 43 countries doing $100 billion right now. And in 2024, the United States gave 9.5 billion. We pledged 11, but we only gave 9.5 billion. So if we had given all of it, we would have given 11% of the entire Paris Accord climate change hoax bullcrap. 43 countries. Why are we paying 11%? Now, as it turns out, we only paid 9.5%. That's still well above what we should be paying. If all these civilized countries, industrialized countries are going fair. Again, we are not the world's piggy bank. So we pull out of WHO, that's almost $7 billion. We pull out of the Paris Accord, that's $9.5 billion. We're talking about almost $12.5 billion savings right there. Just from not participating in bullcrap. Not letting the world run us. Why do we need to let the world run the United States? The world relies on the United States. If anything, President Trump should be dictating to the world what is going on. I'm not saying we got to be bullies and we got to get our way every damn time. But I'm saying, though, if you guys rely on one nation, this nation, the greatest nation on the planet, right now and for centuries before, if you rely on us that damn much, why are we backing down? We shouldn't be. We should be leading the charge. We should be telling them, nope, we're doing this. Either sit in the back or get the hell out. So go for President Trump, going to be saving us $9.5 billion by pulling out of Paris Accord. All right, who knows how much he's saving us once they go up to that $250 billion and $1.3 trillion. If we're looking at about, let's say, an average of 10%, now you're looking at $25 billion. Or what's 10% of 1.3 trillion? 1.3 billion? Or whatever, 130 billion? That's ridiculous. Good for you, President Trump. Good for you, Doge. Keep up the good work. Now, the last number I'm going to go over, guys, is my favorite number. We're going to drop it a little bit. It's 7.8 billion. And with that number, that is the official number of presents Santa dropped last year, according to NORAD. The exact number of presents he dropped was 7,883,693,263 presents. So that man has a big night coming up in a couple nights. He's going to be dropping over 8.8 billion presents again, probably over the $8 billion mark. That is a number that I like. I always try to end off on a good note, guys. So, appreciate y'all for joining me today. Again, this is always my favorite episodes when we discuss numbers. For any of you that are listening in, that you listen to me regularly, normally I do my shows on Tuesdays as well. Will not be doing Tuesday, obviously, it's Christmas Eve. So I'll be back on my next scheduled night, which is Thursday. So until then, guys, really appreciate each and every one of you social educators out there listening today. Remember, I'm over on Rumble at Just the Guy Mike D. I'm over on YouTube at Just the Guy. Head on over there, like and subscribe. This way we can keep building the army of social educators and continuing to do what's going on right now, making America great again, keeping America sane again. So let's go out, grow this army of social educators so that we can talk to everybody we know, not the loony left. They're already gone. We want to talk to the people that actually will still communicate, that have some sort of sense. But if we can keep them, we've already seen them with President Trump, bringing them over. Let's keep them over here. Let's bring even more over here. Let's make them stay here. You guys are doing a great job at it. Appreciate each and every one of you guys watching. Until Thursday, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Mike Zuckerberg out.